Hello, everyone. We are on the final stretch of the semester. Including this week, we have 2 weeks left, and I am only going to present one more lesson this week, this lesson, and that will be it. I don't want to present anything new on the last week of the semester, so essentially, I'm going to make next week, June 1st to 5th, as another catch-up week. So let's get started. The last topic is on the loans. In your lifetime, you will most likely borrow money to finance large purchases such as a house, cars, education, or even for starting a business. But when you borrow money, financial institutions such as banks or car dealerships, they will not let you borrow money for free. They will charge what's called an interest. Okay, so let's take a look at an example to see what we are trying to figure out. So here, this example, Erica takes out a personal loan of $16,500 to buy a car. She negotiates a term of 4 years at 5.5% per annum, meaning yearly interest of 5.5%. Okay, so the big question is, what will be her monthly payment amount? Okay, so let's see. In order to figure this out, I am going to teach you guys two different ways. One is by looking at this chart that is right here presented, and the second way is by using TI graphing calculator. I know everybody does not have the TI calculator, so if you don't have it, you can still figure this out by using this chart. Okay, so let's figure out by using this chart. Now, when we figure out the monthly payment amount using this chart, all we need to look at is this chart with year, which is 4 years right here, and then the interest rate, which is 5.5%. So if you look at it, you come up with this number, 23.2565. It is the amount that you pay monthly for every $1,000 you borrow. Okay, so you pay, basically monthly payment is $23 if you borrow $1,000. Okay, but when you didn't borrow $1,000, you borrowed $16,500. So you need to figure out how many of $1,000 bunch you can fit into 16,500. I know you can figure out intuitively, some of you quickly, but all you need to do is you need to figure out, divide 16,500 by 1,000. How many 1,000 can you fit in? And if you do that, calculator, figure out, you get 16.5. In other words, you have a 16 and a half 1,000s. Okay, so since every 1,000 you owe $23, so you multiply 16.5 times 23.2565. You don't want to round off at this point. Okay, and if you do that math, you will come up with, I've done this calculation beforehand, so take out your calculator and figure out, or pause the video at this point. So you should get $383.73. Now, what does that mean? It means that your monthly payment is going to be $383.73. So that's how much you have to pay back every month. There are a couple more questions, 2 more questions to be precise. Next question, what will be the total payment? Okay, so since you are paying, monthly payment is $383.73, but you're going to borrow for 4 years, right? You're going to complete the whole payment in 4 years, but we need to figure out how many months that is. It's let's see, 4 times 12, which is 48 months. Okay. So if you multiply that, you're going to make 48 payments throughout 4 years. And you pay, let's see, what is it? $18,419.15. Okay, so you borrowed $16,500, but the total payment is $18,419. Why is that? Why are we paying more than $16,500? Because you're paying what's called, again, interest. Okay, again, they don't let you borrow the money for free. So the last question is, what will be the total interest charged? Okay, how much, in other words, how much extra money are you paying for to borrow this money? Well, so all you need to do is just find the difference. The total payment is $18,419.15, but then you subtract the original, the money that you borrowed, $16,500, and you get $19.15. So what is that money? $1,900. It's almost about $2,000. That's the money that you're paying as an interest to the bank. Okay. So basically you are paying $2,000 extra in order for you to borrow $16,500 of money from, let's say, the bank. Okay, I hope that made sense to you. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you how to do this all by through a TI graphing calculator. Okay, and so if you have the TI graphing calculator, just I want you to first find the button that says apps. And then you press the apps, and then you're going to select, probably it's going to be the first one, and that's called the finance. Okay, and then after you select finance, you have a choice of selecting, you have a bunch of selections, and I want you to choose number 1, TVM solver. And you're going to see something like this on your screen. Okay, and you're going to type up a bunch of numbers. First one is N. N represents number of months. Since it's 4 years, it's going to be 48 months. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward so far. I is the interest rate, and in this case it's 5.5%. Okay, so you do that. Next is PV. That stands for present value. It's the money that you are borrowing, and which is $16,500. Okay, Now, PMT, you just skip that. Probably you see 0 or maybe something else, but just skip that number over. Okay. Next, future value. Future value is going to be 0 because you borrowed 16,500. Now you want that the borrowed money, the amount to go away, eventually becomes 0. You don't want to owe anything after 48 months. So the future value is going to be 0. The last two numbers, P/Y, that's payment per year, cycle per year, is going to be 12 and 12. Both of numbers are 12 and 12. And then all you have to do is, so the last part is, I want you to move the cursor over to PMT, and then I want you to press alpha and enter. Alpha button is right below the second. It's on the upper left corner of it. So alpha, enter, and then you should see this number, negative 383.73. Now the calculator will give you a negative value because to calculator, it means that anything that the money is leaving away from you is going to be negative. The money that comes into you will be positive. Since you're paying the money to the bank, which is leaving from you to the bank, the number is going to be negative number. So the answer is 383.73. And that's what we had right here, the monthly payment. So I taught you the two different ways, and hopefully that made sense to you. I have a just short assignment here. I want you to do number 1, number 2, and number 3 on 2A. And that will be it. So this concludes the video instruction for this week 7. Now I appreciate all the efforts that were made by you guys. Definitely the system wasn't perfect by any means, but you endured it well, and I'm just so grateful that you for everyone who participated in this video instructions, and for all the other classes, and try to do the best you can to stay with each classes. I truly look forward to seeing you guys hopefully in this fall. The future is still clouded, very uncertain, but I'm hopeful that we will be able to meet again in classroom. Please have a safe and wonderful summer, and I hope to see you guys back in September. Okay, so again, have a great summer, and please stay safe, and hopefully I will see you soon. Take care.